Hey guys, Dazzler Magic here, and WOTC announced the worst product of 2024 in 2023, but Wizards of the Coast decided to double down and make it even worse. So in the last year or so of Magic, we've got March of the Machine Aftermath, which was the worst selling, worst received, most hated product of 2023 by far. Complete financial disaster, valueless crap, and everybody across the board hated it. It was such a transparent cash grab, and it was supposed to be so story heavy, and it just wasn't. It was confused, and also, it was a tiny set. I think it was like 50, 60 cards or something. So I assume they had a meeting and said, how do we make it worse for 2024? So let's do an ultra small set, but let's make it Universes Beyond, the second most hated thing in 2023, which is tie-ins from other properties. And let's change the boosters again and shrink it. We've got it. It's the Frankenstein monster of the worst pack and worst set you could possibly make. So for the upcoming Assassin's Creed Universes Beyond tie-in, they're doing something called a Beyond Booster. Why is it called a Beyond Booster? Well, just like the Beyond Burger, it contains no meat. But also, I assume it's meant to represent Universes Beyond. So Universes Beyond standalone products are going to have these, I guess. We'll see if they go back on that, because this is not well received. So on the surface, I don't necessarily disagree with this. A lot of people are just making noise because they're like, oh, WotC did a thing and it looks bad. I'm going to complain, whatever, and I'm going to go back to doing what I'm doing. Because a lot of people aren't like on the edge of their seats fanboying over the next MTG thing to come out like they were from, I'll be honest, like 2013 on to like 2018. Return to Ravnica, then we had BFZ, then we had like, the masterpieces and all that. Then we had Eldritch Moon. Well, really Shadows, but both. Oh, the story for that, and then the build-up to the battle with Bolas, and then it just went absolutely off a cliff after that. By the end of Hour of Devastation, people were just playing one of three decks. Everybody was pissed off, everybody was leaving, and WotC refused to do anything about it because bans make people mad on Twitter. They should tell the crybaby entitled net-decking whiny whales that they can't just download a deck and auto-win with it anymore. If it gets out of control, screw you, you're going to have to actually learn how to play, make decisions, and maybe even build a deck. For every one person like that in the community, they drive away 10 more players, at least at the local level. But I guess WotC didn't understand that, and now it's too late. So they had like a really strong 5-year run. I mean, the game exploded in like 2012 and 2013. I had heard they hit like 40 million active players, so like I just wanted to give you the scale of how bad this has gone to get to where we are now. And for everybody saying the game is fine, did you see the financial statement for 2023's summary in Q4 for Hasbro? So the one key from that, I want to bring that up in the context of this, is that they're making a lot of gross income in sales based on their Universes Beyond product, especially like Lord of the Rings. I don't know if they mentioned a second one that did well. But they even came right out and said, hey, this expense is really inflated because we're paying the, 10, 20, 30%, who knows, that's around what it usually is, to license this IP from the creators. Like, you want to put a Pokemon thing on your shirt, you're going to pay Nintendo 30%. You want to put an NFL team on your thing, on your product, you're going to pay them, it's actually usually a lot cheaper, it's like 18%, I think. So you want to put, Assassin's Creed, Fallout, whatever in your product, you're going to be paying them a lot of percent. Just like Wizards collected a lot of percent, because Wizards of the Coast owns D&D, obviously, for Baldur's Gate 3. They licensed them that, and it's almost never a flat amount, because why would they ever do that? It's a percentage. And I've heard the number thrown around, I don't know if this is verified, 83 million they took in from that? That is a lot. That is a lot for doing next to nothing. They had like an accuracy and an art and a lore consultant or two. Oh boy, like literally just the people just already doing their job. Other than that, you sign a paper and they write you a check for $83 million. I mean, whoa, that's when you've got what they call valuable intellectual property, or IP. So what do? They decided to go full boomer and think that Assassin's Creed is still well received by the community and doing well, along with Ubisoft, or who cares at this point, they suck. Wrong. So everybody's talking about this Assassin's Creed thing because it was announced, I think, quite a while ago, and then now they're kind of bringing it back to, I don't know, get the hype train moving at a crawl. I don't really understand it, because the next Universes Beyond product coming out is Fallout. It's March 9th, and let me just say, that is going to be the most valuable MTG product ever printed, by far. And I mean valuable, not priced or expensive or asking price or resulting value, because we all know what that Magic 30 premium gold bordered pseudo proxy crap was. $250 a pack in case you forgot, in packs of 4. But it most certainly was not worth that. That was the asking price. That's what they sold it for. It was not worth that. But this, I'm seeing pre-orders for like upwards of almost $400, and I think that's low for the collector's booster box of the Fallout product. So they're doing a commander deck, or 4 of them or whatever, and then they're doing the collector's boosters. Now, we've already seen quite a few of the cards, actually, but Fallout is so much bigger than Lord of the Rings. The fan base is enormous. People played like Fallout 3 for sure, way back. I mean, what was that, 15 years ago at least? Probably higher? Yeah, probably closer to 20. I could Google it, but I honestly don't even want to know. I didn't play it right when it came out. New Vegas, though, I picked that up on a pretty good sale. Or I got it for free with a graphics card. I don't remember. Well, then Fallout 4, I didn't like pre-order it, but I think I picked it up within a couple days of release when I was like, yeah, it's all right. Okay. And so that span, think about it. Like, that is the Magic community. Then you got like new players who are like, in their teens who just played Fallout 4 and like, oh, this is cool. I like it. You got the old school people, which is a lot of Magic the Gathering people, because the average age of a player, I think, is like 38 or something. So, like, this is two big things crashing into each other that result in a large amount of sales. Now, you look at the animosity towards Doctor Who in the last, 7 years, I think, is about how long they've been ruining it for. I don't think that Universes Beyond product sold well, and that sci-fi series is arguably the longest running ever. You can't target an IP where the community is on the decline. That doesn't work. But Fallout, that's a different story. People hated Fallout 76, but still, there are lore channels out there getting 1 million views a video. I mean, you want to talk about a fan base. But how does that stack up against Ubisoft, which everybody hates because of their just idiotic crap they've been pulling lately, saying they don't want you to own anything, they just want you to rent it, and yeah, shut up. Their CEO just needs to resign. But Assassin's Creed, people have just been kind of tolerating it lately, and what did Ubisoft just release? Skull and Bones, claiming it's a quadruple A game. People playing the beta says it's not worth it. It's complete garbage. And they spent, I don't remember what the number was. I think it was like $130 million on the game. They are not going to make that back. So people are like, ooh, there's going to be this cool Black Flag, but better thing. Not really. Lazy, formulaic, bare bones, flashy graphics with incorrect gameplay. Just amateurish crap that they threw way too much money at because they're a top-heavy, bulky company who doesn't have any idea what they're doing. They've got that Google-itis that I call it. Oh, we just are who we are, so if we release anything, it'll just work. Look at Facebook and their stupid VR crap, Apple and their stupid VR crap. Google and their stupid AR crap, the Google glasses, all 3 products have been just dead on arrival. They're just like, this is garbage, it doesn't work, what the hell? And people are like, well, we're Google, they'll just buy it. We're Facebook, they'll just buy it. We're Apple, anything we release, they'll just buy it. You get that arrogant and watch out. Nintendo / the Pokemon Company International. Releasing bland generic garbage, like open world trash that looks like Quest 64 for the Nintendo 64. An open world, but nothing to do in it. It's now turned into every year, pump it out, Call of Duty style, blah, whatever, generic, formula, 100 more Pokemon. Let's do a Mega, let's do a ZMAX, let's do a Gigantamax, let's what is it this time? Crystals, let's do it with Crystal. I don't even care anymore. Yeah, I'm bored too. Okay, I get it, but hire people to come up with better ideas. So you're like, we're too big to fail. We're Pokemon. We'll release anything and people will buy it, and they're not wrong. But then tiptoe. Oh look, it's Pal World. They came out of nowhere. 30 million players. What's 30 million times $30? Ooh, uh-oh. Oh, when that thing goes full release with the money and the resources and the motivation they have now, as long as they can continue project management with a larger team. That's the one tough part that it sounds like they're not necessarily good at. It is going to explode. So I'm looking forward to 2028 Universes Beyond Pal World tie-in. People are already kind of joking about it because they know Pokemon ain't going to happen. And if you say, well, that's a risky idea, I don't know if they should do that. They did Walking Dead. Okay, it has been at the time they released it, 5 years since anybody had anything good to say about The Walking Dead. I don't know what the hell they were thinking other than another lefty woke company that put a bunch of diverse crap in there, hired moron writers because of their hair color and their politics, and then it went down the toilet. They are doing Universes Beyond with some very, very, very woke companies. That's why I'm surprised we haven't seen Star Wars yet, but I think they probably wanted like 50%. So they went from knowingly going into something that was ruined to knowingly going into something that was a little bit more recently ruined with Doctor Who, into going into something that was ruined like this week with a Ubisoft tie-in. That is, I mean, people really have been cold on Assassin's Creed lately, though. Whoever's going out picking these, you really gotta wonder. You really gotta wonder, but on top of it is the booster pack. So, okay, I gotta throw it up on screen. Here's the diagram. All right, your Beyond Meat booster here. And they put Modern Legal right under it because they really want to push that this is really actually just a miniature Modern Horizons, which Mark Rosewater has stated, think of it as a small set that's not draftable. So, Aftermath, 50, 60, 70 cards is what I'm imagining. I mean, if it's even 150, he wouldn't have said that. And Back the Train Up, not draftable. And not just because it's 7 cards. The whole set isn't draftable. This is literally just like Horizons, where it's 50% reprints and 50% new power creep crap for Modern. I mean, that has to be what this is. Now, by Modern, they probably mean Commander, let's be honest. But, okay, so slots 1 through 3 have a non-foil uncommon. So, Pauper players, oh well. So, okay, that is what it is. And then we got slot number 4, non-foil land or scene card. So, I mean, land that probably isn't a basic land, but it could be. I don't know. They've probably already answered that. I just don't even care to look it up. Well, oh wait, no, this is the Assassin's Creed set. We actually know nothing about this. I was going to base it on the information we have about Fallout, but Fallout doesn't have Beyond boosters, I don't think. They've got more traditional, they got the 4 commander decks, but then they got the collector's boosters. So a scene card is a borderless card where the art goes together, like where you can stack them up side by side like the Lord of the Rings one, and you get like the whole scene. So that could be anything. That could be a rare. I mean, we don't know. So it's either a land or a really important card that sells for a ton because it's a custom frame or trim, as I call it. Why it has a tap symbol, I have absolutely no idea. I guess because they're just assuming it'll be a land. Then we've got slot number 5, a non-foil rare mythic. Okay, and then slot number 6, a traditional foil. So this is pretty much just a chopped old booster at this point. I say old booster because draft boosters are not a thing anymore. They're now play boosters with 12.5% chances at you still getting ripped off. Getting a card from the list. But then slot 7 is the booster fun slot. Ooh, I hope it's made out of laser-etched jerky. Oh, wait, there's no meat in this. I forgot. So it's a non-foil or foil. So, yeah. And then slot 8 is still a token/ad. But wait, what do those little colored stars mean? We'll start with the blue one, may contain rare or mythic rare. Okay, I assume that didn't make the list because they mean it may contain a rare or mythic rare scene card, which means that the scene card wouldn't be below that rarity? I think that's held true so far, but we've got an example of like 1. And then slot 6 has the little green star, which means may contain uncommon rare or mythic rare. Okay, we know that is how foils work. And then the same for slot 7. So this is just a chopped booster. Oh, with 1 extra card. So it's actually like below the performance, I don't know what the term would be, than a collector's booster. I kind of doubt these will be in the 20 to 30 per pack range either. I mean, you're getting less, and it's not like they stacked like 3 to 4 potential rare slots, which is around what a collector's booster's at these days. I would even hope these aren't above like about $5.99. It all depends what cards are in here. If this is just like a condensed, like good valuable reprints only and then bomb new cards, I mean, you could get an average value of 15 to 20 per pack, but would they charge it? And the answer is absolutely they would if they think they can. But people are already like, oh, you're selling me less, shrinkflation. I mean, do you really want the commons? Like, really? I think the one thing people legitimately would complain about is that the set and this booster are not draftable. So if you wanted to draft Assassin's Creed, all in one, not just, I've got 2 Assassin's Creed and 1 Walking Dead card in my commander deck, and the rest is the 30 plus years of just Magic World and Magic lore, which a lot of people have a problem with. you're going to do just an Assassin's Creed night. Now, see, the thing with like the Fallout one now is you just buy the 4 Fallout commander decks that are allegedly supposed to be somewhat balanced and just hand them to your friends and play them against each other, and there you go. But some people don't want to do that. They want to draft. And now they can't. And drafters are like a one and done thing. And then if they want to do it again, they buy more. So that's like actually a really good product segment that you want to not eliminate. But they did. So I don't see people rushing out to get like Assassin's Creed stuff anymore. I mean, they were hot, selling shirts and stuff. They were selling all kinds of stuff when they had a couple good releases in a row. But that was like, that had to have been a decade ago. I don't know. I'm not a PlayStation guy and I've never played any of the Assassin's Creed games. I've played the real Assassin's Creed games. The Hitman series. Don't forget to leave an angry comment and a thumbs down about that one. We all know Hitman's better than Assassin's Creed, okay? Literally, I have never played Assassin's Creed and I could still say it's better. More fun, better design, less formulaic, kind of. Well, it's like the opposite of formulaic. It's kind of like Sandbox if you think about it. But leave a comment below too. Do you want to see a Pal World Universes Beyond? I think with the AI generation accusations and the really close to some Pokemon things in the game, but legally distinct enough, I think it's too radioactive for WOTC to touch it. Also, they haven't come out as a woke lefty company, because I suspect they aren't. A hardworking entrepreneur at Japan that hired somebody to do the graphics who is just a gun enthusiast that worked at a convenience store. I'm going to say probably not a wine-guzzling lobster lefty with purple hair, okay? Probably not. So I'd say the odds of this happening are 0, but would you like to see it? I would. I think it would be hilarious. They'd have to come out with it in like 2 months because Pal World's already kind of flashed in the pan, falling off. But if it coincided with the full release when it comes out of early access, ooh. But in the meantime, I guess I'll just have to settle for a Green Hell one. You know what, though? I got to throw this in at the end because nobody on the entire internet has mentioned this, and I don't know why. Okay, the people who are currently in charge of all the programming and maintenance and updates for MTG Arena is the same Canadian game company that made Age of Mythology. So where's our Age of Mythology Universes Beyond? That would be amazing. In fact, put the cheat code things in there. I want to see some Wovwoo hippos. I want to see Fork Boy from Tines of Power, man. Give me some O Canada Bear with the lasers and the cape. Oh man, like the low res and like the low poly. Oh, put that on a card. What are they waiting for? They've already got an agreement. Just be like, hey, call them up. Hey, do you guys want more free money for doing nothing with an IP you haven't touched in 20 years? Here. The hell are they waiting for? It would be a little specific. Okay, it would be, the people who have played that, but people who played Age of Empires 1, 2, and 3 probably played Mythology, and that's one of the biggest RTS series of all time. I mean, probably just coming just short of StarCraft, I would think. And Warcraft, but still. Do it, WOTC. I wouldn't buy it. I still wouldn't buy it. You guys are assholes. I'm not giving you a penny of my money, but I would come close. So, hey, thanks for watching, everybody. What do you think of the Beyond Meat booster? Let me know, and I'll see you guys next time.